Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Packers and the Niners, and it's coming up next.
It was a frequent sight in the 80s and 90s, and it's continued on till today. Playoff football in the Bay Area as we welcome you to Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid, and that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one. But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him. But they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
3rd and 2. Love with it. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason. And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. Throwing here, Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 20. Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Purdy. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Back to throw, Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch.
And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5. Love looking to throw it. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. 7 yards there and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, going to the air with Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Touchdown!
Luke Musgrave.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Ray McCloud to return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did get points on the board. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Purdy now to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. An inside give to Jones. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. On third down, here's Jones. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And it's fielded at the 34. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
First down, Love to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Fielded at the 33. Shifts by him.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here's Purdy.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Purdy looking to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk,
26 yards.
and the 49ers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Valentine now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Now a second down throw for Love here.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Love.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it on first down.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown for the Oilers.
Christian McCaffrey, 28 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Valentine now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And now the Packers get set to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Love. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
But you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings. But at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Purdy from the gun. Open man is Jerron Jennings.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, look at the juke.
And he's going to have the Niners first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back that feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now Love. Throw caught by Musgrave.
Touchdown, Packers!
Luke Musgrave
with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
San Francisco gets set to go here. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to your hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jonathan Hankins, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot,
but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there is no way he was getting away on that one.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Love going to break the huddle. Lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
34 yards.
And the Packers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
4 fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter. What we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond.
McLeod now on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Lucas Van Ness
from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
For a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And past the 35 before he's taken down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Purdy to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. To throw is Purdy.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Here's Purdy to throw.
Throw, but incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And pass past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here's Purdy.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Throwing, Purdy.
They'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Purdy to throw.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try to get several.
He takes it across for the touchdown. They've taken the lead late in the final minute of the forward. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
So here's Love and the Packers. Down 24-21, 27 seconds to go.
A field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Love. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Now Love. He's got his target. That's complete.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. One last shot now for Love. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Manure. And the Niners are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.